Good morning, everyone. My name is Raymond Chair, and I want to start by saying a big thank you to Professor Gregory for this opportunity to do this presentation this morning. I would like you to imagine two students coming out of a math exam in which they both failed. One says, I knew it. I'm not a math person. I knew I couldn't make it. And another one says, oh, I didn't prepare hard enough. I will go home, re-strategize, and learn more, and I know the next time I'm taking this exam, I'll pass it. What's the difference between these two people? The difference is just the mindset. It is the mindset in which they approach challenges in life. This brings me to what we'll be talking about today. I want us to explore the concept of the growth mindset, which is a concept that is developed and popularized by a renowned Stanford psychologist, Professor Carol Dweck. We'll define what a growth mindset is. We will compare with a fixed mindset, and then we'll see how this growth mindset is applicable and how it helps in aspects of education, workspace, relationship, and even personal goals and daily activities. So, what is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is a mindset that believes that abilities can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. Meanwhile, a fixed mindset is a mindset that believes that intelligence, talent, are static traits. You either have it or you don't. Professor Drake in her study discovered that students who are praised for being smart often shy away from challenges in order to protect their image. Meanwhile, students who are being praised for their effort often pick up challenges and by so doing improve upon and become better students. So how does this apply in academics and in the school? Teachers who foster a growth mindset classroom emphasize more on effort rather than ability. For instance, students struggling with math are encouraged to see mistakes as part of the process instead of seeing it as failure. And in academics, a large-scale randomized controlled trial published in Psychological Science found that when teachers delivered a growth mindset intervention, their at-risk students experienced an average of 0.27 standard deviation increase in grades, equivalent to about 2.8 percentage points in report and scorecards. So it gives you the idea here behind a growth mindset. Growth mindset doesn't. The teachers make you to use the not yet idea, not like I can't. Professor Drake in her expose about the not yet, the power of the not yet, emphasizes that not yet gives you room for learning. It makes you understand that there is still an opportunity to learn, there is still room for improvement. But the I can't idea is an idea that tells you that if you cannot do it and there's nothing you can do about it, you were not gifted for it. So you don't have it in you to do it. But a not yet means with continuous learning and continuous practice, you can get better and eventually do it. This growth mindset works also even in the workspace. We'll see, for instance, the Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella publicly embraced this growth mindset, and she did away with the do it all mindset into a learn it all mindset. So the culture was changed from a do it all to or a know it all to a learn it all culture. And this learn it all culture embraces failure. It encourages people to take calculated risks and take receive feedback and work on the feedback. Failures are seen as opportunities to improve, things to improve upon and be better. So it's a mindset that gives you room for failure. You can fail. It's okay to fail, but you pick up. You don't take the failure and mourn and cry with it, but take it up and then see what you can do to improve. In real life, we realize that studies have also proven that people that have the growth mindset go into relationship, and if they face challenges, they look at the challenges as opportunities for understanding and development. Meanwhile, people with a fixed mindset, when they encounter challenges or difficulties or issues in their relationship, they look at it like, oh, we're not compatible. They're not looking at it like, yeah, what is it that is wrong? How can we improve on it? They're just like, no, I knew it. This thing couldn't work. Even in day-to-day activities, whether in sport or in arts or everything, any the approach you take, if you have a growth mindset, you always know that through practice and persistence, you can get better. Take, for instance, a student that is studying maybe how to play a guitar. A student with a fixed mindset would probably give up after 2 days of learning. You'll be like, no, this is not for me. I was not meant for this. But a student with a growth mindset will say, okay, probably I need to take some lessons. Oh, I need to re-strategize how I'm learning this. So a growth mindset gives room for re-strategizing, it gives room for improvement. So how do we cultivate the growth mindset? Cultivating the growth mindset means you have to do away with I'm not good at this to start saying I can get better with practice. So you need to reframe your self-talk. You change the I can't to the can't yet. When you put the yet to it, it gives you room of improvement. You also need to celebrate the process, celebrate the efforts that you are putting in. You don't just be a result oriented person. It's either you did it or you did not. It's either you passed or you failed. Yeah, it's okay to fail. If you fail, you can look into what went wrong and correct it, and then you try again. But a fixed mindset, once they fail, they're like, I don't even know what I did this in the first place. I knew I was dumb. I knew I couldn't do it. Why did I even go and do it? That's why people with a fixed mindset always avoid taking up challenges, because they are scared of failure. And when they fail, they tend to put it so heavily on them. Also, one thing I want to emphasize here is it's very important to realize that this mindset idea is not like a fixed concept that you is either you have a growth mindset or you have a fixed mindset. Somebody can have a growth mindset in one aspect and have a fixed mindset in another aspect of life. For instance, no matter how a man envision himself jump or train himself to jump off a cliff, they know beyond reasonable doubt that they can't do it. Even if they train jumping from the table or from the stairs, there's no extent to which they'll train and then they can go jump off the cliff, because it's not in them to fly down. So, and this the growth mindset is not like ignoring the barriers that comes with it. There are barriers that you need to overcome. Barriers like poor feedback, lack of support can hinder development of a growth mindset. So, in a nutshell, growth mindset is embracing things and accepting the fact that you can improve upon your development, you can develop upon your abilities and be innovative and get better. It's why a fixed mindset thinks you already have it in you. If you don't have it in you, you cannot develop it. Thank you very much for your kind attention.